Could being overweight keep you out of jail? Well, that's one lawyer's argument. The attorney for a 72-year-old Florida man who was convicted in a tax scheme is using his client's obesity to try to keep him out of prison. So the story here is that Stephen Donaldson Sr.'s attorney claims that sending his 273-pound client to prison for 6 years would eat 61% of his remaining time on Earth. So he argues because of his weight, he doesn't have an average man's life expectancy. And because of that, the attorney's arguing shouldn't have to go to jail for this long of a period of time because
this is the most infuriating thing I've ever heard. Like,
it's a clever lawyer, though.
Yeah, very
clever.
I mean, this could be applied to a number of things.
Well, okay, 68.8% of Americans are overweight or obese, so that would really clear out the jail system.
It would.
It's true. Well, I think it's interesting because the lawyer's argument is because now there's all this data and statistics coming out that being overweight decreases your life expectancy, being obese decreases your life expectancy by 10 years, extremely obese 14 years.
Right.
So they're
And
coming out with all these causes, and they
isn't
think proportionately it's a reduction in
It's not just because you're fat, it's what being overweight does. So you're incredibly elevated risk for heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and cancer.
So acknowledging that is the case, you can't lie with the statistics. What is the legal argument, though, when the sentence doesn't fit the crime?
It's cruel and unusual.
Cruel and unusual punishment. That's the argument in this case, right?
It's a disproportionate amount.
Have they rendered a verdict or a decision on this?
No.
If I were the opposing attorney, I would argue that putting him in jail would allow him to like walk the yard a bit and lose a few, and maybe he'll live longer.
It'll be a controlled lifestyle. I agree with you.
You know what? You're going to jail and you're going to lose weight. We may have, and we're going to increase your life expectancy, and we're going to increase your sentence.
Whatever judgment is rendered, it would set a legal precedent that I don't know, to my knowledge, if this has ever been argued before in a court of law. But if, for whatever reason, the judge says, you know what, you're right, you don't have to go to prison.
I'm investing in Twinkies.
I hate to say this to this individual, but if you don't want to go to prison, don't break the law.
Right, yeah. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time, right? So.